Hello and welcome. You're watching Express News with me, Deepika, your daily half-an-hour window that brings you 100 news and updates from the country and the world in 30 minutes. Let's begin. The Prime Minister of Jamaica, Dr. Andrew Holness, has arrived in India on a 4-day visit. This is his first visit to India and also the first ever bilateral visit of a Prime Minister of Jamaica to India. Prime Minister Holness will hold talks with Prime Minister Narendra Modi and call on the Vice President along with the President. A number of MOUs are also expected to be signed. India's Jammu and Kashmir will hold the third and last phase of voting on Tuesday, covering 40 assembly segments across 7 districts of Jammu and Kashmir. Indian actor Mithun Chakraborty will receive the country's highest award in the field of cinema, the Dada Saheb Phalke Award. India's Information and Broadcasting Minister Ashwani Vaishnaw said on X that Chakraborty, popularly known as Mithun Da, will be felicitated at the 70th National Film Awards ceremony scheduled to take place on the 8th of October. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also congratulated and extended his best wishes to Indian veteran actor Mithun Chakraborty on microblogging site X. Indian actor Mithun expressed his gratitude for the honour. Information and Broadcasting Minister Ashwani Vaishnaw expressed immense joy in recognizing Mithun Chakraborty's monumental contributions to Indian cinema. A group of Indian Police Service probationers of regular recruits batch 2023 called on the President of India, Draupadi Murmu, at Rashtrapati Bhavan. Addressing the probationers, the President expressed happiness over the sharp jump in the number of female IPS officers in recent years. President Draupadi Murmu also addressed the convocation of Atal Bihari Vajpayee Institute of Medical Sciences and Dr. RML Hospital in New Delhi. During the event, President said that any kind of misbehavior or misconduct with the doctors is highly unacceptable. India's Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar interacted with philanthropists and beneficiaries associated with Yuva Unstoppable at Vice President's Enclave in New Delhi today. During his interaction, he said that education alone can help us realize the preamble of the Indian Constitution and can bring about equality and cut into inequities. Assam's Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma on Monday transferred 510 crore rupees to the bank accounts of 25,000 entrepreneurs under the Chief Minister's Atmanirbhar Assom Abhijan. Air Marshal A.P. Singh takes over as the new Chief of the Air Staff. Earlier, the outgoing Indian Air Force Chief Air Marshal V.R. Chaudhary laid a wreath at the National War Memorial. India's Central Bureau of Investigation arrested 26 accused in a cybercrime network targeting victims globally. 5.8 million Indian rupees in cash, among others, was recovered during a raid. Jharkhand Governor Santosh Kumar Gangwar and Union Minister for Women and Child Development Annapurna Devi virtually inaugurated 11,000 Saksham Anganwadi centres across the country from Ranchi. Home voting process for people above the age of 85 and persons with disabilities voters in state assembly elections has now been completed. The 8th edition of India-Kazakhstan Joint Military Exercise Khas Sindh 2024 commenced today in Auli, Uttarakhand. It aims at enhancing joint military capabilities of both sides to undertake counter-terrorism operations in a sub-conventional scenario. India's benchmark indices BSE Sensex and NSE Nifty 50 ended in red on Monday. Sensex plunged 1,272.07 points to settle at 84,299.78. Nifty tumbled 368.1 points to close at 25,810.85. The Indian rupee fell 11 paise to settle at 83.8 against the US dollar. Gold futures maturing on the 4th of October stood at 74,993 rupees per 10 grams on Multi Commodity Exchange of India. Silver futures maturing on the 5th of December were retailing at 90,899 rupees per kilogram on the MCX. As per India's Reserve Bank of India, country's current account deficit widens to 1.1% of GDP in April-June 2024 against 1% last year and a surplus of 0.5% in March quarter. Japan's Nikkei slumped almost 5% after perceived monetary policy Shigeru Ishiba won a leadership contest to become the country's prime minister. Oil prices were steady on Monday and on track to fall for the third month in a row as a strong supply outlook amid rising tension in the Middle East. Brent crude futures lost 10 cents to $71.88 a barrel. The US Senate has designated September the 30th as the US-India Partnership Day. Within days of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to the United States, the US mission to India announced the opening of 250,000 new visa appointment slots on Monday. Israel pounds Yemen's port city of Hodeidah. Targets included power plants and a seaport used by Houthis to transfer Iranian weapons. Israel continues to hit the Hezbollah targets in Lebanon, strikes dozens of targets in Lebanon, including launchers and weapon stores. Israel's military chief of staff stressed that military will continue fighting Hezbollah, adds that Lebanon's armed group Hezbollah lost weapons, operatives and its leaders in the strike. US President Joe Biden is all set to call Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu as tensions in the West Asia increases, says all-out war in Middle East has to be avoided. Iran says it will not deploy forces to Lebanon or Gaza to confront Israel. Iranian President Pezeshkian visits Hezbollah's office in Tehran to pay tribute to Nasrallah, head of the Lebanese militant group Hezbollah. Hezbollah vows to keep fighting Israel after its leader Nasrallah was killed in strikes on Lebanon. Iran-backed group's deputy chief Naim Qasim says a new leader would be selected at the earliest opportunity. Saudi Arabia expressed its unwavering support for the Lebanese people amidst ongoing regional tensions. Foreign Ministry calls for the country's sovereignty and territorial integrity to be respected. Russia launched several waves of drones targeting Kyiv early Monday. Ukraine's air defense repelled the attack that lasted more than 5 hours. Ukraine's Air Force confirmed shooting down 67 out of 73 drones and 1 missile launched by Russia. No casualties or significant damage has been reported. Russia said on Monday that its forces had captured the East Ukrainian village of Nilipivka. President Putin vows to reach all goals in Ukraine as army claims new ground. Russia Prime Minister Mishustin arrives in Iran, expected to meet President Pezeshkian. He's all set to discuss joint projects related to transport, energy, industry and agriculture. Tensions escalated near the Russia-occupied Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. Management reports fresh Ukrainian attack on a nearby electricity substation, destroying a transformer. UAE says residents of its ambassador in Khartoum attacked by Sudanese military. The Sudanese army has not immediately commented on the accusation. Gunmen killed 7 workers in Pakistan's southwestern province of Balochistan. No one has claimed responsibility as of now. Japan's incoming Prime Minister Ishiba Shigeru said he will call a general election on 27th of October. He was expected to be sworn in as the Prime Minister on Tuesday. US President Joe Biden has approved $567 million in defense support for Taiwan. The move aims at strengthening Taiwan's military amid increasing tensions with China. As Biden approves $567 million in defense support for Taiwan, China continues to oppose US arms sales to Taiwan, which it claims as its own territory. In United States, Hurricane Helene caused huge trail of destruction in its wake in Florida. It has left around 100 people dead. Cleanup and recovery efforts are currently underway. Millions face power cuts in Florida as strong winds from Helene destroyed roads and bridges. President Biden calls Hurricane Helene's impact tragic to visit affected areas this week. North Carolina governor says Hurricane Helene killed 11 people. Death toll is expected to rise further. Supplies are being airlifted to affected areas for the victims. Time to take a short break. We'll be right back.
Geopolitics and trade deals. Economic challenges amid development. Hard work and the path to prosperity. It's the economy always. Between walkers, money is what money does and says. Supply creates its own demand. Between the bulls pulls and bears tears. When supply chains globalization and India rises to the podium. We'll get you centered with the Economic Brief at 8 p.m. every Thursday on DD India.
Welcome back. Let's continue with Express News. Residents in Taiwan prepare for a likely landfall of intensifying Typhoon Krathon. Storm is expected to hit southern Taiwan in the early hours of Wednesday. Taiwan issues land warning ahead of Typhoon Krathon. Floodgates and sandbags were set up around apartment buildings in Kaohsiung. Death toll from Hurricane John that made landfall twice in Mexico's Pacific coast rises to at least 22. Streets, homes were submerged. People have been evacuated on boats. Flood alert has been issued for 13 districts of Indian state of Bihar after Nepal releases water from barrages. Minister of State for Home Affairs held a meeting with National Disaster Response Force on flood situations. Weather officials predict heavy rain and warn of risk of flash floods in parts of Bihar. 45,000 homes left with no electricity as water entered the control room of a power grid. 200 people were dead in Nepal floods after relentless monsoon rains. Rescue teams are using rafts to pull survivors to safety measures. Schools were closed due to floods in Nepal. Major roads are blocked, leaving cars stranded on highways and disrupting domestic air travel. 2 people found dead near wildfire in Central Creek region of Corinth on Monday. Hundreds of firefighters assisted by 9 aircraft battled the blaze. Indigenous people in Brazil voiced concerns over Amazon wildfires. There have been 180,000 fires this year in Brazil. Indigenous Brazilians protested in Sao Paulo on Sunday, highlighting the escalating destruction due to wildfires. They have also urged the government to take more assertive action against deforestation. Colombia's rare and pointy Ainarada flower has been chosen as the emblem of COP16 UN Biodiversity Conference to be held in Cali from 21st of October till 1st of November. Thousands gathered in New York City's Central Park for the annual Global Citizen Festival. Hollywood singers participated in the music aiming to end extreme poverty. Ahead of China's National Day scheduled to take place on the 1st of October, over 20,000 residents flocked to the Macau Bridge for a 6-kilometer fun walk, promoting the message of equality, diversity and inclusion. In China, Macau's migrant communities gathered to mark the World Day of Migrants and Refugees, celebrating messages of unity and shared support. Hundreds gathered in Hong Kong's Wan Chai to witness National Day-themed Grand Drone Show to celebrate Golden Week of China's National Day. Japan's iconic Shinkansen bullet train will turn 60 on 1st of October. It began running between Tokyo and Osaka in 1964, contributing integral to the Japan's economy after its World War II defeat. 33 years old chef Renas Pourmalis won 2024 World Oyster Opening Championship in Galway, Ireland. It is an annual test of the skill known as shucking. New Zealanders have broken the Guinness World Record for the most people performing a haka on Sunday in Auckland. The country dethrones France, who broke it a decade ago in 2014. The Malaysian Johor government's initiative to install log booms barriers aims at cleaning polluted rivers and preserving vital ecosystems for future generations. At the fifth day of Sanji Mahotsav, many Indian folk artists showcased their art at Rakshan Samadhi Sthal in the Indian state of Uttar Pradesh. The show aims at promoting Sanji art and ancient folk art of Braj. In Nigeria, a group of artists used dance to promote Overon Shoki, a relatively poor district in the suburbs of Nigeria's economic capital, Lagos. In Australia, a Sydney production billed a live performance with a warning system for loud sounds and harsh lights. This will make it easier for people with sensory sensitivities to enjoy live shows. Hanoi is entering its most enchanting season, autumn, attracting a wave of tourists from across Vietnam and around the globe, all eager to experience the city's unique allure. Hanoi's colourful displays of bustling flowers in the traditional ao dai swaying in the breeze is main attraction for the tourists. Vietnam's squid and octopus exports generated $406 million in the first 8 months of 2024. It is a slight 3% decrease compared to the same period last year. With a revenue of $159 million, South Korea is the largest importer of Vietnam squid and octopus, followed by Japan with over $93 million. Hong Kong set a new world record for the highest number of people to be relieved in the same day with foot spa. Mosaics of a medieval cathedral in Sicily, built by the island's last Norman king, are set to regain their golden lustre with careful restoration work and new lighting. Britain will become the first G7 country to end coal-fired power production with the closure of its last plant, Uniper's Ratcliffe-on-Soar in England's Midlands. In 2015, 30% of UK's electricity came from coal, but this had fallen to just over 1% last year, ending over 140 years of coal power in Britain. Fake 500 currency rupees notes with Anupam Kher's photo instead of Mahatma Gandhi worth 1.6 crore rupees were seized in Ahmedabad. The Central Board of Film Certification has approved Kangana Ranaut's Emergency with a UA certificate with approximately 13 cuts to the film. The Legend of Prince Ram, the 1999 Japanese-Indian anime film, will be updated with the new dubs in Hindi, Tamil and Telugu for its first ever theatrical release in India. Arshad Varsi starrer Banda Singh Chaudhary dropped its teaser on YouTube. The story is based on true events indicating survival story of a man and his family. UK submits Hindi language crime thriller film Santosh with Indian cast for Oscars 2025. It is directed by British Indian filmmaker Sandhya Suri. Chris Christopherson, an influential American singer-songwriter, passed away on Saturday at the age of 88. He was well known for his song Me and Bobby McGee. K-pop star Suga, a member of the boy band BTS, has been fined $11,500 by Seoul Western District Court for drunk driving an electric scooter. Hollywood actor Damian Lewis took part in an eccentric tradition dating back hundreds of years by herding sheep over the River Thames in London. Befaldi, the iconic comic character in Argentine comic strip created by Quino, celebrated her 60th birthday. John Ashton, the veteran character, passed away on Thursday at the age of 76. He was known for his roles in the Beverly Hills Cop films. India were in driver's seat after Bangladesh were reduced to 26 for the loss of 2 wickets at the close of play on the fourth day of the ongoing second test between India and Bangladesh. Australia beat England in the fifth and the final one-day international match to seal ODI series by 3-2 at Bristol. Ireland notched up its first win in men's T20 internationals against South Africa as it defeated the Proteas by 10 runs on the second game. Sri Lanka could secure its first ever berth in the ICC World Test Championship final if they play well in the upcoming series against South Africa and Australia. India's 10-meter air rifle mixed team and 10-meter air pistol mixed team secured bronze medals at the Junior Shooting World Championship in Lima, capital Peru. India's chess grandmaster D. Gukesh rose to world number 4 in latest V-Day rankings. He replaced Arjun Arigaisi as the highest-rated Indian chess player. Spain's Carlos Alcaraz cruised to the semi-finals of the China Open after victory against Karen Khachanov. French footballer Antonio Griezmann announces his international retirement on Monday. Griezmann played 137 matches for France and has 44 goals to his name. Atletico Madrid's Angel Correa bundled home an equalizer deep into added time against Real Madrid to snatch a 1-1 draw. Tottenham Hotspur defeated 10-man Manchester United by 3-0 in the Premier League. And with this, it's a wrap here on Express News for now, but news and updates will continue here on DD India. So don't go anywhere, keep watching and keep tracking DD India for all latest live news and updates. Thank you so much for watching and joining us. Namaskar.